That's your first warning, all right? If I see him again, you're out. In the mirror. Okay, well, we're back, and it's a primary push day. Not primary push day, it's a primary pull day. That explains a lot about how much I've been lagging. Um, I missed my past two workouts. I haven't uploaded my past two because I have been fucking busy, mate. I've been proper busy, non-stop with work, like we all actually have to do. This isn't my full-time job. Fair play to all of you that are full-time PTs that live in a gym. I couldn't do it. I like coming in here, getting my work done, and then leaving. But we're feeling strong today. Oh, we're going up to 36.25, I think. Is that right? 36.25. Might even put a little 2.5 on there instead, but still on the 3 reps, still the RP8. So let's do some warm-up sets. Let's move up through 15, 15, then 30, and then I'll throw the extra little weights on there. Again, pyramiding, warming up. I'm not jumping straight to a heavy weight like I see so many people doing. Biggest thing with this isn't just muscles, it's your joints. Biggest thing that we're tearing or things go wrong in Cali is your joints. So why would I want to throw so much weight straight onto my shoulders? It's just not a good idea. Right, let's see how all this feels today. Nice little three of this. Yeah, it's feeling alright. I say that after I hit every single set. Thing is, you never really know. That could feel right or feel tough, and then you stick a little bit more weight on. Not even a lot, a little bit. It gets way worse. Right, let's jump straight into it. This will be our warm-ups done. Like I always say, notice how quick I'm just running through it. Not giving myself time to cool down. Otherwise, what's the bloody point of a warm-up? Taking my time to balance the weights again, because it shifts. The more plates that we add, another three. Yeah, so that's tough because it's closer to the three that I'm going to be hitting. Probably like an RP7. So I'd be interested to see what, literally, what you can put on. What 7.5 will change. Because it will change. We'll make that way more difficult. Oh. But as always, warm-up's done. Longer break, not rushing now. Done our rushing part. Now it slows down. But what you don't want to be doing, when I say it, I know I've already said, I know, is heavy benches, heavy squatting, Cali, which is very intense. Like a 90-degree hold is so harsh on your shoulders, really fucking harsh. And then you're hitting a big bench. And then, you know what I mean? You just need to, when that's happening, you're either not sleeping enough, you're not recovering enough, maybe you're doing too much here. Do you know what I mean? So you just have to draw back on something. Right. Yeah, I wouldn't go anywhere. I use weights, so I will do shoulder press. You'll see me do shoulder press or chest press. But if I'm feeling like a bit egoist, I'll do 5 reps because I go, oh yeah, I'm going to go for 5 strong. Realistically, statics, you don't even want to be touching them. But if you do, 8 reps, I'd go towards like the 8 reps. So it's just volume, just getting a pump, and that's it. Any time you're going to absolute failure on that is way more injury of risk and fucking up Cali, like why your shoulder hurts. And I'm not saying you can't get injured from just doing Cali, because loads of people do. But like I said to you, the amount of effort it takes to do a 1 rep bench, that when it comes down and you're fucking fighting it up, imagine that amount of effort for a front lever instead. Your front levers, yeah, like I'd rather you put more effort into a front lever hold, max hold that you can get, than hit a bench, 100 kilo bench. Which how many people here could do that? A lot, mate. 100 kilo bench now is so common. Front lever is not. At 16, fair play to you, but a front lever is way less common. You pull out a front lever, no one can fucking do that here. The bragging rights, if you walked in here and just front levered, people might not give a fuck. Maybe this is me and my Cali brain, but to me, I'm going to be way more impressed that you hitting a front lever than anything else.
Right. So I train front lever more. I only do front lever like 3 times a week.
Anytime you get that urge where you go, I'm going to hit a mad 1 rep on a bench or anything, go fuck it. Let me do it on that instead.
Wait, let me take off the 0.0001 grams weight right here.
I'd rather see you max effort. Be careful because your shoulder, but I'd rather see you max effort this than a bench. And again, as I always say, it's just your hip flexor. Like you can hold your weight and you're quite strong in this position. You're very close grip. You're very strong there, but your hips are, mate, start off, that's not a problem. It's like hitting an iron cross. I don't expect you to go straight into it. If you need the rings here to start off, it's how you progress. But yeah, when I'm telling you about the zesty movements, you have to lock your fucking hips out, man. Right, this is 32.5. No, 37.5. Um, again, my number's been absolutely everywhere today. So let's see how this feels. This is going to be top set. This is 37.5. It's kind of mad. 40 used to be my 1 rep. Keep that in mind. 40 used to be a 1 rep. So let's see how this moves for a triple. I reckon I had 2 more on that easily. That moved really well. Like, I had enough time to go from my scapula not engaged to explosive pull in pretty much one movement. No sticking points. So I moved a lot easier than I thought it would. Oh, right, okay, sweet. So after that, we're now doing 4 sets of 7 reps with 20, which is like still mad volume at this stage. But like I said, blindly follow the program. I'm not even going to question it. I'm just going to hit the sets. 4 sets of 7 at this is quite low. So 28 reps, which is more than the week before. We were doing 3 sets of this. So to add an extra set on at this stage is quite taxing, but that's the point. Again, felt alright. Always does on the first set, but 3 more sets. What an absolute pain that is. But I'm not going to bore you with it because I haven't got a lot to say on this. Recently, it's why I didn't film a lot in the last couple, because I want to focus on training rather than the videos. I think it's way more important that I get the sets that I'm meant to be getting in, not being distracted by having my camera charged or microphone charged. So, oh, let's give it 2-3 minutes, hit another set, then we move on to dips. That felt a lot more difficult because I'm over exaggerating the pause at the bottom of the tap reps, so it wouldn't be that long. I wouldn't be hanging for that long unless I was swinging. But again, the focus of all of this is nationals are in February. I've literally only got like 3 months now to really dial in on this, and I'm working up to my 1 reps to get as much strength as I can going into it. So, oh, right, okay, so we're going to be warming up on dips. I've got 3 sets, 7 reps, 3 sets of 7 reps at 43.75. So let's just make sure that feels all good. I think I need the box a little further back, so I slightly touched it there, so if my feet did, the weights are definitely going to. Crocs, man. No Crocs. Fucked up.
So you're not allowed to wear Crocs. But you're...
It's on the blue thing as well on the regulation. The variant specific.
That's your first warning, alright? If I see him again, you're out.
Because you know how it goes. If I tell you okay, then they're all
Sorry, I can move that if you need to clean.
Sorry?
I can move that if you need to clean. Are you
No,
alright?
nice man.
Sure. Okay, again, still warming up. Let's move through it. Usually I like to move a bit quicker, but we're chatting today. Chatty mood. Let's move through it. Gonna hit some dips. Your shoulder bone. To be honest, I just hit that. My left shoulder isn't feeling as strong. That's called seasoning. These are seasoned wrist wraps. This is what you want. You don't get new wrist wraps. You use these ones that stink a little bit,
No way in hell.
and they give you more strength. That's facts. That gives you more strength. Facts. No rep. No rep.
My hip.
Hips. Rep. Rep. See, look, perfect example again of how easy it is to come down here and bend in rep instead of dropping, and it doesn't hold in your shoulder. Again, it doesn't. People overcompensate thinking deeper means shoulder all the way down. Your shoulder can still come to 90, but just pause and wait for your hips to drop and then come up. That way, you're not coming here to complete the rep and hurting your shoulder. Dip tips.
Keeping the 90 in.
Mate, it's a lot of technique. If you watch my videos, I talk about technique all the
Oh,
time.
if I watch your videos.
So you watch my sessions, all these tips that I give you in person, you can watch them and you can see how I do mine and get form tips. How about that? They can't hear because I'm wearing a mic, so
I get coached for free.
that's bloody embarrassing for you. What a joker. Oh right. 40, what is that? 43.75. 43.75, 7 reps. What I want to get hold of is something like the smaller plates, micro plates, is that what they call them? I'm meant to be hitting 48, and it sounds really, really silly, but if I got them smaller plates, I'm not relying on jumping up in 1.25s and 2.5s. Because the danger here is going, oh, it's 48, let me just do 50, and it's like, should be doing 48. And I've already put my dips up recently, so okay, let's hit 7 reps of this. Get it. Felt fine. Shoulders are holding up all right, which is good considering last session didn't film it. But I might put this in. Might put it in actually. Show the session you missed. But I done 65 for 3 reps. What was meant to be a RPE 8 3 rep. And I wasn't sure my depth in the first rep, so I added an extra one in and done 4. I think that was nerves. I think it was my shoulder feeling a bit weird, and I went, I haven't hit depth. Let me do an extra one. Still done on my back offset. Still done all of the lifts I was meant to. Just when you do that, I was so conscious of my shoulder that I'm trying to do these reps with less time under tension again now because we're moving up in weight. Because we're moving up in weight, what I don't want to be doing is controlling it so much down and controlling it up, or stopping at the bottom puts your shoulder under so much more pressure as well. So I'm trying to make this fluid, stop at the top still, but bounce down, up, and still being springy or explosive in the movement, but springy more so. Because what I don't want to be doing is on Monday coming up, I'll be doing my 3 rep max. Should be closer to 75. So I need to think about this as I'm doing these back offsets really. On that 75, I cannot waste any time pausing at the bottom, grinding out a long rep. You know, it will be grinding, I know it, but I don't want to spend all that time under tension when the goal is just to bloody move it. So yeah, just got to proper keep it in mind and try and get a bit more bounce into the reps and explosiveness. But shoulders feeling really good. Today's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Comes Monday, and then we move in. An extra 30 kilo. Quite a sizable amount. Something as well that I realised I just done. Usually when I do this, I've been wearing my belt on my hip. That's where my hips are. It's directly on my hips for the movement. What I have a habit of doing is wearing it on top of my hips and around my stomach because I feel like that's on tighter and I can feel it more. But I honestly have got to start moving it down to hips because judges will base the reps off the back of the belt, but the belt has to be about the hips. So me being stupid, I'm wearing it way too high. I've really got to get used, well, in the habit of having it at that height. Again, felt fine on that. A little bit of like a bracing issue that I'm having with my left shoulder. In the fact that my right one, I can really feel my elbow tucked. My left one, not as much. And I think weirdly, because I've got the smaller plates on this side, my weaker arm, inevitably, as a muscle balance, is making up for it. So it's almost like I'm trying to tuck it more. I can just slightly feel it more on my left shoulder. So yeah, weird. But again, I think that's a bracing issue. I'm coming down, trying to bounce into it still, like I was just saying, as I'm coming down. Instead of having my elbows flare out, I'm trying to tuck them. I'm almost fighting this one to tuck a little bit. So again, I think it's that the weight imbalance underneath me, and I couldn't quite set it. I always say take your time in the setup, but I didn't there. And that's exactly why it makes it feel horrible in the movement, because the weights were hitting an angle as I was doing it. But we'll be at 47.5. What's crazy is that's competition weight basically. A 50 kilo dip at comp is what I'm after. I'm hitting sevens here. I'm hoping they're all comp standard. This is with about 3 left in the tank or more, so it does in theory mean I'm going to get 10 reps if I had comp now coming up. So that'll be good. That's the ultimate goal, is to do well there. But at the minute, building towards 1 rep, just try and build more strength to help. My theory is if I get that 90 kilo one rep or more, the transfer of that into a 50 kilo comp is going to be insane. Oh, good, right. Well, dips moved fine. All of them moved fine. And again, through all of that, all I'm thinking about is on Monday hitting that 75 to 3. So I'm focusing on a lot of elbow tucking, a lot of right grip, and it feeling fine. I want to get it closer to an A to B movement as much as I can, because I have a tendency to not stack my joint well. So by that I mean my wrist and my elbow not being aligned properly. If it's too far forward, the rep's going to be off, and if I'm too far back, I'm pushing away or forward. It's not good for your shoulder. So I'm focusing on a lot of that, stacking my joints properly, moving down, up, without wasted movement is the idea. But all I'm going to finish off on is some high pulls. Do some high pulls and I think some scapular pulls as well, because they're always good. It is a pull day today still. Getting like a nice wide grip on these so my chest can actually hit the bar. Oh, again, really good for muscle ups doing that. Got my pulling power, my lats blasted, so I might only hit one more set. To be honest, I filmed so much of this from pull ups to dips to this now. I'll probably end it here, so I'm not taking this for a busy gym because it's heaving today. So that's the end of this one. Might have a little video in between, but we'll see. But Monday's 3 rep max week, so them videos you're going to see a lot of top sets. Pretty much all week is going to be top sets. It's going to be bloody difficult. So yeah, see you there. It's going to be good.